What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. So today I am going to be preparing dinner. I'm not showing my face because I am not camera ready, but I decided to show you or take you along with me with what I am doing. So the menu consists of baked turkey wings, these are the seasonings that I'll be using for that. Baked turkey wings, gravy, and rice. And then we have some fried cabbage. And I'm going to make some sweet potatoes or candied yams or something of the sort with those ingredients. So just wanted to show you the ingredients. And I'm probably not going to talk you through this, just going to show you exactly what I'll be doing today. So sit back and enjoy the video. Okay guys, let's get started. So here are my clean and cut turkey wings. They came whole and I ended up cutting them in half. So right now I'm going to create my own seasoning blend with all of these seasonings that I have here in front of us. As you know, or may not know, I don't measure. I just sprinkle enough seasoning that I feel like will cover the particular ingredients that I'm using. So I'm just kind of eyeballing all of these seasonings. I'm not doing any measurements. Okay guys, I know some of you may say, oh my goodness, that is a lot of seasoning. But I have 8 large turkey wings that I'm trying to season. So I'm also using this on the turkey wings, and then I'm putting it inside of the gravy that I'm going to be making. So I'll be seasoning that also. So don't be alarmed. This ended up tasting amazing. So at this point, I'm going to just stir all of these seasonings and spices up and get it all well combined together. If you've watched any of my other cooking videos, this is something I do with majority of the things that I season. I just like to create my own seasonings. Flavor is super important when I cook my food. Some people may not choose to use these flavors, but season to taste. This is just what I chose to use for my turkey wings this day. The next step, we're going to season our turkey wings. I have 8 large pieces here. What I'm going to do is pour some olive oil inside of this bowl on top of the wings, and then I'm going to drizzle the seasoning and get it all mixed and blended well together. What that olive oil is going to do is serve as a coating to help the seasoning stick to our wings. So this is something or a technique that I use when I cook or bake most of my meats. I do it for salmon, I do it for chicken thighs, chicken wings, drumettes. So that's something that you can use for when you're cooking any type of meat, actually. So this is what it looks like after I got everything coated and combined together. You want it to be good and seasoned. Now I am going to grab my baking dish. This is actually one of the dishes that I got from Costco a couple months ago. I'm sorry I missed the step of what I did, but I'm going to tell you what I did. I added in 2 8-ounce bottles of water. I added in a couple of heaping tablespoons of flour, all-purpose flour, and those leftover seasonings that I had. Stirred it up until I got all of it combined and all the lumps of the flour dissolved. And then I added in those seasoned turkey wings. Now, if I had it, I would have used chicken broth or vegetable broth instead of water, but I didn't have it. So that is why I use those seasonings to flavor my water and flour mixture, basically. So what this is going to do is create the gravy without me having to make it over the stove. So it's like a 2-for-1. You get that same good flavor and gravy all at the same time. Okay, so we're going to set that to the side while we cut up a few vegetables. Just add a little bit more flavor to our dish. By the way, I already have the oven preheating at 350 degrees. So right now I'm going to cut up the onion and these bell peppers to add to the turkey wings. After adding our peppers and onions onto our dish, I covered it and baked it in the oven for 3 hours. At the 2-hour mark, I ended up checking the dish and some of the water had cooked down, or the juices had cooked down. So I added in another 8 ounces of water and flipped the turkey wings and put them back into the oven for the last hour. Now we're moving on to our sweet potatoes. I'm going to peel and cut them before we get started assembling our dish. There's really no particular way that I cut up my candy yams. Some people prefer perfect circles. I do circles, and then if I can't get the perfect circle at the end, I don't mind splitting it in half. So don't feel like they have to be perfect. So now you see me starting to assemble the sweet potatoes inside of my dish that I'm going to bake them in. Just remember that I did clean my potatoes or rinse them really well before I started. So what I'm going to do is just begin to layer some cinnamon, some pumpkin spice, and one of my secret ingredients into the dish. Yes, you read that right. That is butterscotch. Guys, I tried this for Thanksgiving on last year. Yes, I know it was very risky. I tried it and it was delicious. So I was like, I will never again make sweet potatoes without this butterscotch. Game changer. You're gonna have to try it. Also, while making this, I realized I forgot to layer my sugar. I intended on layering my brown sugar and white sugar with this, but I had to go back and do it in the end. So if you try this recipe, remember after you add the butter, go in and add some brown sugar and white sugar, and you won't have to do it in the end like I did. Now I'm moving on to my cabbage. So I'm going to cut up my cabbage so we can get this dish going. So basically, I'm cutting up my cabbage. You can cut it as small or as large as you like. I then cleaned my cabbage with water and vinegar, and then I began my cooking process. Okay guys, it's time to get started with cooking the cabbage. I have another cabbage video that I made, and I'll be sure to link that in the description box. This particular cabbage, I'm going to do it the same way, but it's just going to be a more simple fried cabbage. I'm not adding any meat or a ton of veggies into this one. So I'm basically just going to add in some butter and put my vegetables in, and then just throw the cabbage on top, season it up with a few of my favorite seasonings, and let it steam and or either fry from there. So this is the point I took my potatoes out and added in a little bit more sugar because I didn't get a chance to layer it when I was assembling. Gave that cabbage a few stirs and it was done literally in minutes, guys. We really ended up enjoying this meal. The turkey wings were delicious. The potatoes, of course, were good. This was actually my first time making turkey wings this way, and it will definitely not be the last. So I hope you all enjoyed cooking with me, and you're going to have to let me know if you try one of these recipes. And until next time, see you in the next one.